How's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in to Dre Styles TV. Just wanted to touch on a very sensitive subject, an important issue. Just kind of piggybacking off of something I did address before. I want to discuss the young man, Daniel Fitzpatrick, the 13-year-old boy from Staten Island, New York, who took his own life due to being bullied at school. And the first thing I want to do is offer my own personal condolences to his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fitzpatrick, and the rest of his family, his siblings. My heart goes out to his older sister, who had to discover him after he took his own life. Again, prayers are with the entire family, his parents, his entire family. No parent should have to bury their own child. So again, I just wanted to offer my own personal condolences. This issue, we've got to band together and do something about it. Part of the problem in this country is that we as people think that we can appeal to the decency of the higher ups and the powers that be for them to do the right thing, and we really got to stray away from that. It doesn't work. The only time that these hot button issues are addressed is when tragedy strikes. Somebody's got to die, or maybe get severely hurt. Something just really bad has to happen for people to go, look at this. And the bottom line is it still doesn't change anything. Meanwhile, we as people, we're trying to tear each other apart, tear each other down, while the powers that be are sitting back watching it happen. And this is a prime example. This particular subject. There have been plenty of parents who have whose child has been the victim of some sort of abuse in school, where we're talking about supposed to be a place of learning to gain an education, and you have students being bullied to the point where students are taking their lives. The parents have to go through the motion of trying to remove their child from the school, transfer them, and things of that nature. And you have parents who go to the school officials to appeal for some sort of help, and it doesn't come. Again, and then when tragedy strikes, then everybody's up in arms, and then the story comes out about how the parent or parents addressed the issue with the school, and nothing was done to attempt to rectify the situation. And this is where we as people have to take action and stop waiting for somebody else to give a damn, because it just doesn't seem to be coming. And you can take your pick of whatever topic you want to discuss, whether it be something like the NRA, any type of government issue that we have, anytime a corporation or a government agency raises the price of a particular thing, knowing that salaries aren't being raised, and they don't care. And then we get people who go, oh, it's not fair, we can't afford this, blah blah blah. They don't care. Okay, the way to combat this is for the people to come together and say, okay, you know what, enough is enough. All right, not beg the powers that be to maybe lower the price, not beg the powers that be to take action. We got to band together and say, you know what, I'm not paying for that. All right, that will maybe that'll rectify the issue when your money is not being spent. Now, as far as the school situation is concerned, that's a different ball of wax. And I'm calling for anybody, any and everybody. Let's band together and let's do something about this. I know there are plenty anti-bullying campaigns and everything like that. I want to take it a step further. All right. They have something like guardian angels. Maybe you can get some sort of we can get some volunteers to maybe start patrolling schools before school starts and after it lets out. I don't know. I'm just throwing out random ideas. Anybody that has any sort of ideas, feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Let's talk about this. All right. We have no business having to subject our kids to being tormented in a place where they're supposed to be learning. And this young man in particular, Daniel Fitzpatrick, did actually leave and go as far as to leave a note behind and address this issue. And he was very specific. He actually did call out a teacher in particular. I believe her name is Alexis Dialora. I want to take my hat off to you, ma'am. He did specify in this letter that you were the only teacher who attempted to help him at all with the issues he was dealing with bullying. So salute to you. And we need teachers like you. We need other teachers to follow suit. I know that a lot of different places in the country, New York City in particular, a lot of teachers are overworked and underpaid. I get that. Okay. And if it's causing you to not perform your duties to the best of your ability, then we need you to not be in our schools, because our students, our kids need protection. We got kids coming to school with guns. It's just out of control, and these are things that aren't supposed to be happening in our schools. Again, Alexa Dialora, salute to you. Hats off to you. I did even read an article where the principal went as far as to deny the young man's accusation, the young man Daniel Fitzpatrick's accusations. And I, for one, believe this kid. All right. He specifically said, "Hey, this teacher tried to help me, and no one else did." All right. Now, a tragedy has struck, and now we're talking about let's scramble to maybe save face and cover it up. This principal, I believe her name is Rosemary McGoldrick. I believe her name is, and the school is Holy Angels Catholic Academy, out again in Staten Island, New York. And again, this is the same thing. Let the cover-up begin. And she's denying all accusations. I wouldn't be surprised if she had no idea that this kid was in trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew nothing about the situation, if she even knew this kid individually at all. Again, let's band together, okay? Let's get a campaign going. All right, let's grab some people's attention here, okay? Like I said, I know there are plenty of campaigns out there that are completely against bullying and anti-bullying campaigns. I'm well aware of that. Again, I want to take it a step further. If it starts with me, that's fine. That's great. We all have children who are in school. We got parents going to work that can't be comfortable, that can't feel comfortable that their kid is going to be okay throughout the day at school while they're at work. All right, we got parents walking around in fear. We have kids who are scared to death of even going to school. This has got to stop. All right, and again, I'm willing to put my own self out there. Again, let's start a campaign. Let's start a movement. Let's get, maybe get some volunteers together. Start maybe, patrolling our schools. Again, anything nonviolent, just some presence, a guardian angel sort of deal, if you will. Again, these are just suggestions. I'm just talking off the top of my head here. I'm open to anything. I'll take any suggestions. We can start something, a petition online, whatever it takes, because appealing to the higher ups to do the right things does not and is not working. We have to band together as people. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're black, white, blue, green. This is a people problem. All right? And we all need to band together and address this problem. All right? And again, I'm making suggestions. If you have any, please feel free to comment. You email me, comment, subscribe. Let's start talking about this. Let's bring some attention to this. This young man took his life, I believe it was a couple of months ago, and the story is already being swept under the rug. I'd like to use this young man's story to maybe start a movement. My prayers and condolences go out again to the Fitzpatrick family, Mr. and Mrs. Fitzpatrick. Also, I know there was a story about you guys. Looks like the media was attempting to kind of maybe flip the story and make it about you guys, and you're the ones who lost your son. All right. Again, prayers are with you guys. My prayers are with any parent who has had to bury their child behind this issue. I don't know who's raising these kids. Maybe some of these parents need to be held accountable. Where we have children who who get off on tormenting other people's children. It's completely disgusting. And the kids who are responsible for this sort of thing, they have the type of parents who only want to show up when somebody else addresses their child about their behavior. Then they want to show up and be combative with school staff or whoever's in charge, and that's also disgusting. Maybe we need to start a petition to enact a new law that starts to hold some of these parents accountable for some of these disgusting acts of their children. Again, I'm just trying to start the conversation here. Let's get this thing moving. Again, this young man took his life a couple of months ago, I believe it was either June or July. I'm sorry, I forget. But I would like to use this young man, his story, to start a movement. Maybe with his parents' blessing, we can do a Daniel Fitzpatrick Foundation in anything. We've got too many kids who have taken their lives because they just felt like they just couldn't deal with the amount of torment that they were being subjected to, and it's time that it stops. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Peace.